you do want it to freeze on impact, because then it forms a type of igloo and it keeps the building insulated and the outer building protected. It's honestly a second protective shell. So that happened, and now we're at the thaw point, which is we're a little nervous about, because you don't know what's under there and what could be broken that we don't know about yet. Sometimes it can be a good thing, because you get people who just want to get there and see the ice castle and how magical it looks. And so some people, what looks magical for business owners, it's not so magical all the time, you know. It's nerve-wracking. Sometimes you get people just to come and watch and they don't necessarily come in. You just want to say, well, come in for a cheeseburger or a pint and enjoy it. And so sometimes it can be beneficial, and other times, if you take a look at the parking lot out there, that was a new lot we did this summer, and it's just completely destroyed. So there's things around the building. If the building itself is okay, there's still other things that might not be. That you know, you need a parking lot to have customers come in that's safe. So. So we won't know how much it'll cost to fix, because I'm not sure what damage is done under the ice. Typically, there's not too much, but the brick and the mortar out there are very old. The building was built in the early 1900s. So I'm not sure how much more of a beating this can take. And again, like I said, the parking lot and other things. So we'll just have to see what the thaw reveals, and wait, and then go from there and contract our Curse Construction to come help us fix it back up and rebuild. And we just hope that we have a good summer, because that's our most profitable time of the year, because of the beautiful lake and the sunsets. It is really quite pretty when, you know, it's nicer weather. So we hope to have a dry, beautiful summer and make some money back to put back in the building, because that's what we're going to do.
I think it's just blessed. They're lucky, and everything they prepare. Everything is prepared. They got wood on the windows and everything else, and the icicles melts. You know, when you have an earthquake or a tornado, it gets blown down. We have snow; it melts. And we keep going. This is Buffalo, New York. We love it here.
We've been here a lot for dinners, and it's amazing food. And it was heartbreaking to know that the ice was covering it, and I was afraid it would be destroyed. I really was, because there's a lot of glass on the front, And the deck alone it's just a great place to come and see people and visit and eat. Food's wonderful. So I'm really glad to know it's been preserved. It's not totally damaged.
We had a lot of snow. Well, I've seen it before, so I know they would survive. This is our favorite place on Thursdays. We come for lunch almost every Thursday, and we enjoy it here. We love it. We love the Hoak family. They've been around for a long, long time. And their father, Ed Hoak, graduated the same year I did in 1968, so we love it here. We've been here a long time.
It can be difficult at times, but we've been through it in the past, and we've learned from my father and my uncle, who owned it prior to my brother and myself. And you just pray and hope that nothing goes wrong, and try to get down your system where what day you got to put up the boards and be prepared for it. Protect the building, and then kind of get out as soon as you can, and get back as soon as you can to have eyes on the place. We're fortunate that our chef lives across the street, so he was able to come over a few times throughout the storm and FaceTime us and show us if it was leaking or anything was broken, which was very nice to have, comforting to have him that close. I think with every storm and anything that's thrown in our direction that is difficult, you just learn from and you grow from, and you put it in your back pocket and you take a page out of my father's book and you look back at history and past storms and how did they do it. And when you just want to give up, it's like, no, there's too many people's livelihoods and good times, and this is a place where people come together to have fun and smile and gather, so we're just going to keep that going. So keeping that in mind, any of the hardships, it makes it easier to deal with, because there's always light at the end of the tunnel, and we'll be okay. And just to keep it going for everyone's sake, my grandfather and grandparents who opened it, and keep trucking. We're thinking of everyone in the city who's still stuck and stranded, in the lives that were lost, and that we are grateful to be here. Our building is just covered in ice, so ice we can deal with, loss of life you can't. So our hearts go out to them.